What's up, people? It's your boy OT and welcome to Study Bro. In this video, we are going to look at ECGs, specifically how to identify where the MR is taking place on your ECG. So stay tuned. The main reason why people do ECGs is to identify if there is any deviation from the normal conductive pathways of the heart. This is very important when there's a chest pain where one suspects this could be cardiac in origin, to identify if this is an ischemia or this is an infarction. Ischemias occur as a result of supply not meeting demand. In the case of the heart, there is not enough oxygen to meet the metabolic demands of the heart. This is what occurs in angina. It's reversible through either increasing supply or decreasing demand. Infarctions, on the other hand, is the result of prolonged ischemias resulting in the injury of the myocardial. This injury is reversible if acted upon promptly. If left untreated, this becomes irreversible and leads to the death of the myocardial tissue. Both ischemias, myocardial infarctions, do cause changes on the ECG trace. In this video, we'll just focus on the changes that occur with the myocardial infarction. There are two types of myocardial infarctions, really. There are end-STEMIs and there are STEMIs. End-STEMIs are non-ST elevation myocardial infarctions, and STEMIs are ST elevations myocardial infarction. In STEMIs, the injury resulting from the prolonged ischemia is transmural. It goes through the full thickness of the heart. End-STEMIs, on the other hand, do not go through the full thickness of the heart. STEMIs cause ST elevations. End-STEMIs do not cause ST elevations, but you rather see ST depressions and T-wave inversion. A whole lot of little differences that if one were to speak with a cardiologist, he or she could shed some great light upon. For the purposes of this video, I think we will stick to just this basic. So we now know what an ischemia is and we know what a myocardial infarction is. The question now is, where did the infarction occur? You can identify the location by looking at the 12-lead ECG. When the 12-lead ECG, you have the chest leads and you have the limb lead. The chest leads going from V1 to V6 or C1 to C6, and the limb leads, you have lead 1, lead 2, lead 3. You have AVR, AVF, and AVL. Depending on where the ST elevations occur, you can then say it is here or is there. If you see an ST elevation in lead 2, lead 3, and AVF, you know this is an inferior infarction. If the ST elevation is V1 to V4, you know this is an anterior myocardial infarction. If this is from V5 to V6, lead 1, AVL, you know that is a lateral myocardial infarction. So we've seen anterior, we've seen inferior, and we've seen lateral. How do we identify posterior? Identify posterior if you see an ST depression in V1 and V2 and abnormally tall R waves in V1 and V2. Posterior infarctions are normally accompanied by inferior infarctions. So you are very likely to see ST elevations in 2, 3, and AVF. So that really ends this video. We now know the difference between an ischemia and an infarction. We know we have STEMIs and we have end-STEMIs. We know how to identify where on the heart this ST elevation is occurring. Inferior myocardial infarction is occurring in an area supplied by the right coronary artery. If you see the infarction in the anterior areas, you know this is in an area supplied by the left anterior descendant. If you see it in the V5, V6, 1 AVL, you know this is the area supplied by the circumflex, and that is the lateral myocardial infarction. I hope you found this video useful. If there's something I glossed over, wasn't too clear, let me know in the comment section and I'll be happy to work up on that and improve and make sure it is better next time. It's your boy OT. Salutes.